Alright, so my name is Johnny Shaban, and this is my Disposition to Teach assignment for University Success 108. What dispositions do you possess that will make you a successful teacher? One, trustworthiness is key. If the students can trust in you, they're going to come to you when their home life isn't the best or they're being bullied or whatever it may be. You're going to become like a friend to them or like a family member to them. Knowledge within the field. Obviously, if your knowledge is power. So if you know your stuff, they're going to want to pay attention. They aren't going to be like, this guy just got it off Google, my bad. They're going to know that you spent time, you worked, you grinded for every piece of information that you know. And be able to identify with current relations and issues. If you can identify and relate to the student, that's only going to help the trustworthiness factor go up, because they're understanding like, hey, this guy isn't just some old guy teaching us. This guy actually understands what we're going through on a daily basis. Question 2, what dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? Patience. Patience. Definitely patience is right up there with number 1. Right now, I can explain something to somebody like 2, maybe 3 times, and then I just lose it. I'm like, all right, dude, you need to get it now. And then also filtering. Filtering what I have to say. Right now, I do not think before I say it. I just say it, and as you guys can pretty much think, it gets me into a lot of trouble. So I definitely need to work on that. What attributes should a professional educator have, and how should they behave? You never know who's watching. I one day was volunteering with a kindergarten class here in Reedley, and I went out to eat with my parents, and there's a little boy, 5 years old, in kindergarten, and he comes running up to me and just hugs my legs, and he's yelling, "Mr. Johnny." And I know who he is, and his parents don't know who I am. They just see their little boy hugging some random stranger. But that's a perfect example. You never know who's watching. It could be a student, it could be your principal, it could be your learning director. You never know. Confidence. Confidence is key. If you have confidence in your ability to get the job done, they're going to want to pay attention to you, because they're going to know, like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. I like you. They can feed off your confidence. Creativity in how the material is presented. If this was just a boring black and white slideshow, you guys wouldn't want to pay attention. But because it has some other kind of factor, you're wanting to pay attention. You're like, this is actually kind of interesting the way the material is laid out. And then also be able to integrate technology into your lesson plan. Technology is ever growing. What we have today, we did not have 20 years ago, or we had, but it was nowhere near to the factor that we have it now. And it's proven that technology helps students learn, helps them grasp material better, and it's just overall just a good thing to have. I broke question 3 up into kind of 2 parts, and I kind of took my own spin on this part. What qualities should a professional educator display? Understanding your group of students and how they learn. Every student learns differently, so like this one might learn hands-on, whereas this one might learn very visual, and he just needs to read the book and he got it, So if you can present everything in a way to where everybody gets it, you're only going to be that much of a better teacher. Self-evaluation for improvement, continuous. Just like technology is ever growing, so should you. You should not just stop at, okay, cool, I got my bachelor's and I got my teaching credentials, good, I'm good to go. You should always be willing to up your game and continually changing your teaching strategies. That kind of goes along with this one in the factor that everybody learns differently. So if you can change your teaching strategies to help everybody learn, that's only going to make you a better teacher. And then this one's, I took my whole complete different spin on this one also. I will uphold these expectations as well as code of ethic, professional standards of practice, and relevant laws and policies by 1, holding myself to the highest standard, and I will expect my students to do so also. Refreshing myself constantly on what it takes to become an effective teacher and changing my delivery. of how I deliver the material. Again, everybody should always be growing. You never want to just stay constant, because the second you stay constant, you are no longer getting better. And I will come to work with a professional attitude every day, and not let one person, one student who's having a bad day, ruin my day. That's the worst thing that can happen, because you can start out all like, oh, let's attack this day, and then one student have a bad day, and you're just like, all right, I'm done. Like I don't want to teach anymore. Like I am just drawn. I'm emotionally done today. And thank you.